Kent State homecoming festivities took over campus this Saturday. We have the highlights.
Strides in the Middle East. Hamas freed the remaining 20 hostages in the U.S. brokered ceasefire deal.
Downtown Kent is getting more colorful with the addition of a new mural and its meaningful connection to the area. All of these stories and more as KSTV starts right now.
Good evening, Portage County. Thank you for joining us.
We start tonight with big brown breaking news, and we go to Gage Bauman. Gage?
That's right, Sydney and Sophia. This has been going on for quite some time now. They're deliberating on where the Browns will play in 2028 and beyond. But it's concluded today with the announcement from Mayor Justin Bibb of Cleveland and the Haslam family. The Browns will move forward with their plans to construct a dome stadium in Brook Park, Ohio, just near Johns Hopkins Airport. In addition, the Haslams will donate $100 million to Cleveland every 10 years, with payments starting as early as this December. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Gage. And to more tragic breaking news in sports tonight, former MLB All-Star Sandy Alomar Sr. has died. Alomar is father of Guardians legend and first base coach Sandy Alomar Jr.
Sr. spent 14 seasons in the MLB, including playing for the Yankees, Mets, and Rangers. He was 81.
And back in Kent, Kent State homecoming took over campus this Saturday, bringing students, families, and alumni together.
From the block party to the parade, school spirit was everywhere. Casey Baylog has the full story.
Current and former students all came together to celebrate homecoming with a block party and then the infamous parade all before Saturday night's football game. Although the party was early, starting at 9 a.m., that didn't stop people from coming out to the Student Center Green to enjoy food, games, music, and other activities for all ages. During all this excitement, I spoke to one of the hosts of this event about what this day meant to him.
Well, I think anytime you have a chance to get back to campus and see what the students are up to and see the beautification of campus, it's always a good opportunity.
After the party concluded, people lined up on the streets preparing to see all the floats that showcase the pride of Kent State. Alum Matt Lupica shared how special it is to be back at Kent for this event.
You see all the spirit and the pride here, and I think every year that exemplifies what Kent State's all about. And to be a part of that as a 2017 graduate myself, to come back here and play a small role in this big day, I think is very exciting. And
the parade included a diverse amount of floats for student organizations, politicians, foundations, and even a few performances from the various dance groups on campus. I talked to another alum who expressed how much winning all this meant to her.
It keeps me tied to the college and universities, which gave me so much and get my start.
For KSTV, I'm Casey Baylog.
All government offices and services are closed today in observance of Columbus Day, including all boards of elections in Ohio. Less than a month from Election Day, the Board of Elections will be open again tomorrow. Ohioans looking to plan their vote can check their polling location on the Secretary of State's website. Those who want to vote absentee can request a ballot until October 28th. On Election Day, polls are open from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Kent State University forwarded its students an email today encouraging them to report any concerns or issues through the Campus Concern reporting website. In the email, they emphasized the concerns regarding the following of Senate Bill 1 were included. In the statement, the university reminded students that their voices mattered when it came to campus safety and well-being, affirming that these resources help ensure a safe and respectful campus where all students can thrive.
Your first forecast on Kent Stater TV.
Hi everyone, I'm Brian Mead. Today was fairly warm after the sun came out. Now let's take a look at what we can expect for the rest of the night and into the day tomorrow. So currently it's 65 degrees. It was a really nice day outside up after about noon. When the sun started to come out, it started warming up around campus, and maybe you took your jacket off and maybe you felt like wearing warmer clothes. But right now the humidity is 46%. It's a little bit windy, But for the rest of the night, it should be very similar to this. Right now, it's, again, 65 degrees, but it's going to be clear for the rest of the night, and I don't expect much rain, or like any rain chance. Midnight's going to be mostly clear, so for the rest of the night, you can expect mostly clear weather. But as we go into the day for tomorrow, expect it to be very, very similar to what we had today. It'll be a little bit more colder in the morning. And then again, it's going to be a little bit sunny around noon, and it's going to start to warm up. And then the sunset's going to be at around 6:45, which is a little bit later than it was. The UV index is going to be 4 tomorrow, which is not too bad. The moon is a waxing crescent, and it's going to be a little bit pretty nice tomorrow. I expect that for the most of the week, but it's going to be mostly nice. Can't really expect much better than this for October. And for the most part, you can expect this to be a mostly clear night for the rest of your Monday, and expect pleasant weather for your Tuesday. Now I'd like to Cindy and Sophia with more news updates.
Thank you, Ryan. In the Middle East, Hamas has freed all 20 living hostages over 2 years since the October 7th terrorist attack.
In the U.S. moderated ceasefire deal, Israel released Palestinian prisoners. President Trump calling it the dawn of a new Middle East.
Emotional reunions as the final 20 hostages held by Hamas were reunited with their families across Israel. People cheered in Tel Aviv celebrating this milestone moment. Under a U.S. brokered ceasefire deal, hundreds of Palestinian prisoners and detainees were met with large crowds as they also reunited with their relatives in the West Bank. President Donald Trump declared a dawn of a new Middle East.
This deal, this once-in-a-lifetime deal, nobody's ever seen anything like what's happening today.
On Monday, photos released by the Israeli Prime Minister's office show a freed hostage playing with his children for the first time in 2 years. Families say they never stopped fighting for the release of their loved ones.
Keep sharing your stories to policymakers. Keep telling us what do you think needs to happen, and give us ideas on how we can break the deadlock. And we kept doing that. They kept open the White House for us, and President Trump has done it.
President Trump said that phase 2 of his 20-point ceasefire plan to end the war between Israel and Hamas has already started as he meets with world leaders in Egypt for a summit on Gaza's future and peace in the Middle East.
You look at Gaza, and it needs a lot of cleanup.
This is clearly, in my mind, I think in the mind of everyone in this room, probably one of the most important days for world peace in 50 years.
I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
In Columbus, Governor Mike DeWine issued reprieves for 2 inmates who were scheduled for execution early next year. In the report, DeWine extended the execution dates of Antonio Franklin and James Trimble to spring 2029. Franklin was sentenced to death in Montgomery County in 1998 on aggravated murder. Trimble in 2005 for 3 counts of aggravated murder. In August, there were 113 death row inmates, according to Ohio's Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections. No executions have taken place in this calendar year.
Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost testified today before the House Judiciary Committee encouraging the use of nitrogen hypoxide to execute death row inmates following 9 other states who have approved the method. House Bill 36 proposed a new method as an alternative to lethal injection, as many states have been unable to carry out executions due to the difficulty in obtaining the necessary compounds.
In Akron, a woman was unintentionally shot early Sunday morning. She was reportedly shot in the abdomen while walking to her car outside of the Empire Lounge at 2:30 a.m. Akron police witness reports say a large group altercation happened in the same parking lot when she was hit. The woman is recovering in the hospital with injuries police say are not life-threatening. Anybody with information about the shooting is asked to call the Akron Police Department Detective Bureau.
Cleveland police arrested 10 juveniles, including a 12-year-old, suspected of a string of vehicle break-ins overnight from Saturday into Sunday. According to police, officers responded just before 7:30 a.m. Sunday to reports of at least 24 vehicle break-ins. During the investigation, they discovered additional break-ins in the surrounding areas.
Governor Mike DeWine's 90-day ban on intoxicating hemp starts tonight at midnight, including infused gummies and beverages. 3 businesses are suing DeWine over the order, asking a Franklin County Common Pleas judge to block the ban. Ohioans are still able to have and use low-level THC products like Delta 8 during the state's temporary ban, but it is illegal to sell. The ban does not impact the sale of marijuana in dispensaries. The government shutdown continued to ripple through federal jobs, the recent layoffs, and reinstated employee updates.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. You got your almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Go.
You feel good about that?
No. I'm looking at it right.
And yellow today, feel free to use orange, feel free to use green, feel free whatever you want to do. These are what I have in my refrigerator.
Students, especially those that are in CCI fondly enough, are going to be visiting there quite often. But does their reward program
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon? You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Welcome back. Last month, KSTV covered the addition of a new mural in the Haymakers Farmers Market.
And now it seems other businesses are following the suit with making over the city of Kent one brush stroke at a time.
Our reporter Nikki Gajeski visited La Ziza downtown to learn more about the next mural in downtown Kent.
I live in Kent and I wanted to do a mural for my town. So I'm a local muralist and I paint for homes and businesses, and I just wanted to do something for downtown.
Grace Nestor's Louise' dream is coming true. It all started with a Facebook message and a response from a local business. La Ziza co-owner Cassandra France found Grace on Facebook, where they connected and talked about bringing more art to downtown Kent.
They connected and were able to speak, and I think together they came up with, the vision to put something over here that would be welcoming and draw people to the area.
That shared vision between Grace and Cassandra became the inspiration for a new mural right outside of La Ziza restaurant on South DePeester Street in downtown Kent, making it the second one to come to the area this year. Production for the mural began on October 2nd, so it's still a work in progress. The mural is not only a piece of art. Grace says it's a piece of art education.
It's Hello Kent with native Ohio wildflowers and pollinators. I wanted to make it part an educational mural because supporting our ecosystem is extremely important.
And just like how flowers attract bees, Grace says she's hoping the mural attracts people to downtown.
They take a photo in front of the mural and they come and stay and they shop at Acorn Alley and go eat at La Ziza's, and it's a great way to stimulate economic activity downtown.
I think when the murals compete, you should definitely stop. It's a great time of day. The light is perfect. Take photos with the mural. Come in for brunch.
While the new mural may be good for selfies and photos as a backdrop, it's more than a backdrop. With the mural, there's also the chance to donate to and contribute to the community resource. The mural is accepting donations to fund its creation. Those interested can contact Dennis Campbell at Kent's Area Chamber of Commerce.
Community is important to us. Yes, we're a business, we need to make money to survive, but we also want to give back to the community, be involved, and be active members of the community.
The mural is anticipated to be complete around late October, early November. For KSTV News, I'm Nikki Ajeski.
Keeping you informed, and this is your KSTV weather.
Last week, our weather was a lot colder and felt more like fall. Now, let's take a look at what we can expect for our upcoming week. So currently around Ohio, it's about 70 degrees for the most part. Cincinnati is around that 73 mark. Columbus in that 72. Around us, it's about 66 degrees. Up in Toledo, it's actually 73 degrees. Pittsburgh, 64. Athens around that 73 mark. So for the most part, Ohio's in that 70 degree range, but closer to us, more of that 65 degree range. Right now it's 63 where we are. Cleveland's at that 63 mark. Akron, Kenton, 66 degrees, Youngstown 64. So for the most part, around the Ohio area, we're around that 65 degree mark, but for the most part, it's around that 70 degree mark. But as we go up into our forecast for the upcoming week, it's going to be a lot more calmer than it was a little bit last week. It's going to be clear tonight, and then tomorrow going to be about the same weather that we saw today. Very clear. It was warm for most of the day. Wednesday, it's going to be a little bit colder, and as well as Thursday. But going into Thursday and Friday, Friday we're actually expecting possibly a little bit of rain, but as of right now, wouldn't expect too much. Probably be a little bit later in the day going into Saturday. But Saturday is actually going to be a lot warmer, but it's going to be a little bit more windy. Sunday would expect a lot more rain showers, and I can expect to see that for the most part of the day, off and on throughout the most part. But you can expect very beautiful weather next week, but it's going to be a little bit rainy next Sunday. Now let's go back to Sydney and Sophia for the rest of your Monday newscast.
Thank you, Ryan. Today officially marks the 13th day since the federal government shut down.
House Speaker Mike Johnson gave his thoughts as the Senate is set to return Tuesday.
We're barreling toward one of the longest shutdowns in American history unless Democrats drop their partisan demands and passed a clean, no-strings-attached budget to reopen the government and pay our federal workers.
Other federal changes: the Department of Education laid off nearly all its special education staff. Reports show the cuts were mainly within the Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services that serve millions of people nationwide. The American Federation of Government Employees said Friday more than 450 people at the agency were laid off. A letter to staff noted the ongoing government shutdown made a reduction in the workforce unavoidable.
DC's popular tourist spots are closing their doors as the government shutdown continues for its third week. As of Sunday, the Smithsonian Institution announced the temporary closure of 19 museums, research centers, and the National Zoo, which were able to remain open for the past 11 days with leftover funds from previous years. In a statement, the National Zoo reassured the public that all animals will continue to be fed and cared for.
Also within the government shutdown, hundreds of staff members fired from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention as the weekend began are now reinstated from reports at the American Federation of Government Employees. 1,300 CDC workers received layoff notices Friday night, but 700 were reinstated the following day. According to an official with the Department of Health and Human Services, the mistakenly fired employees were sent incorrect notifications because of a coding error.
To close the era of the Eras, Taylor Swift has more for the fans who are missing the Eras tour. We have more on that coming up.
watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad! Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Welcome back. Across the country, the weekly college football top 25 standings in the AP poll are in, but one team remains at the top week after week.
This week was pretty crazy, with Oregon losing to Indiana, but the Ohio State Buckeyes are still ranked first in the nation.
For more sports updates, we bring in Gage Wellman.
Ohio State is not the only college football team to pull off the win. We also saw Alabama taking down Missouri. We saw Ole Miss beating Washington State in a very close game. Ole Miss almost lost that one. But we also saw a win here in Portage County. The Kent State football team took home their first conference win since 2022 in Saturday's win against the UMass Minutemen by a final score of 42-6. This was also the highest scoring game for Kent State since they dropped 62 points against Long Island also 3 years ago. In his return from injury, redshirt freshman quarterback Drew DeShields threw 4 touchdowns in the blowout victory. The Flashes will head to the Glass Bowl this Saturday to take on the Toledo Rockets. Not only that, on Sunday, the Kent State soccer team had its senior day against Northern Illinois, celebrating all players who will be graduating following the conclusion of the 2025 season. The Flashes and Huskies played a very physical game, but ultimately pulled away on a penalty from junior forward Kiyomi McCuslin. Following a 3-day break, Kent State will travel to Mount Pleasant to take on the Central Michigan Chippewas. Let's head over to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the site of Aaron Rodgers' first ever divisional game as a member of the Steelers. Chris Boswell, one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, he was frequent in Sunday's game. So was the defense, as we're going to see Jalen Ramsey come here on a defensive back blitz, something he is well known for. And it was more of the same. Pittsburgh's defense just wreaking havoc on the poor rookie quarterback. Look at him. Look how that pocket just folds like a taco. We got Aaron Rodgers, Mr. 40-year-old. He's going to zip a pass to Connor Hayward, the brother of Cameron Hayward, the stalwart Steelers defensive lineman. He's going to get the touchdown. Then it's going to be Rodgers again on a beautiful spiral to DK Metcalf, filling in nicely after the Steelers traded George Pickens away this offseason to the Dallas Cowboys. And they would rise this wave. You're going to see Dylan Gabriel, Mr. Rookie, drop back. I feel really bad for the guy. You know, he's coming off a great, successful college career, and he's got to go to a franchise like the Cleveland Browns and try to defend that, try to save that, but you can't. Ultimately, Pittsburgh taking it 23-9. And we've also got a preview of one of my favorite things in all of sports, the Monday Night Football doubleheader. At 7:15, we'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills against Michael Penix and his Atlanta Falcons in a match between two great teams with great running backs. And then the late game at 8:15, we'll see a rematch of another really good game last year between Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears and Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. So I'll move over to the desk. Gotta love some Monday Night Football on a day like today, a nice hot Monday. You know, Monday Night Football to conclude the day, I always love it. And speaking of the NFL, how do you two feel about the Browns leaving, ditching downtown Cleveland and heading over to Brook Park in my neck of the woods as a native of Parma?
I think it's exciting, but I mean, it's going to be weird for the city of Cleveland no matter what.
Yeah, the stadium, I went there and it was so pretty, but I'm excited to see what they have.
Sounds good, guys. Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
if they're bad, hundreds and hundreds of them just to find a good one. Yeah. And then
I've been in this long enough. I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Knowing that you're basically like there and being
with that, but it has a special place in my heart. I grew up watching it so much. Have you guys seen it?
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Well, Taylor Swift is back with not just a new album, but another addition to the Eras Tour. She announced a docu-series of her record-breaking tour. The first 2 episodes of a 6-part docu-series will be released on Disney Plus and Hulu December 12th. The End of an Era is what it's called, and will give fans a behind-the-scenes look at the superstars' sold-out performances around the world from March 2023 through December of last year.
This is really exciting, especially for people like me who didn't go to the Eras Tour.
It's so fun. She's always giving new stuff, and this is on her birthday, at least on her birthday eve, we'll say.
Yeah, she doesn't let the fans, like, calm down a little bit. She released an album and then bam, documentary.
Definitely giving them what they want. Thank you so much for watching, but be sure to stick around for Sports Corner at 8.
I just wanted to say the happiest birthday for my favorite person in the world, Te Amo Toy. KSTV will be back tomorrow, but you can also find us anytime on KentStater.com. I'm Sophia Elena.
And I'm Sydney Brown. Have a great night, Portage County.
What's up, NFL fans? Quarterback Josh Dobbs here. You may know me as the Pastronaut.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Space isn't just for the astronauts.
It's for all of us. It's not just for engineers like myself. It's for teachers,
Students,
designers, mechanics, scientists,
and millions of football fans across the world.
3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time.
Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started.
This is my time.
Can you concern with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now.
No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite.
Unearth hidden passion.
Come on, we'll have a good time.
Planting seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic.
To change the writing on the wall. Writing on the wall.
One book can make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first element that helps to change a life.
Read to a child.